And we're back. And the next thing we're going to show you is a wonderful interview with Morgan Purcell about DECA. So what's DECA?
DECA is DECA.
DECA's DECA.
DECA's DECA.
DECA, yes.
Yeah.
But apparently I think DECA's like a business club here. Yeah?
Yeah.
Drew's behind us. But yeah, and shout out to Drew Baltris. He's got to do this interview with Morgan about the district competition they had.
Can I see Drew's face? Come here, Drew.
Quick shot of Drew's face. We were doing this quickly. You have to be like, hey, okay. So check out this interview with Morgan about the district competition and DECA.
DECA.
Hi, this is Andrew Baltris from Eagle's Eye. I'm sitting down with Morgan Purcell to talk about the DECA District competition. So Morgan, when did this competition happen?
Last Friday at King of Prussia Mall. Well, most of it was in the Crown Plaza, but we get to go over during free time.
And what is the competition like? What do you do?
It's mostly individual and team events, and they compete in a role play and take a 100 question test.
Wow, 100 questions. How long do you have to take that 100 question test?
An hour.
An hour, wow. So how did we do?
We did pretty well. We had 18 place in individual and team events, and I believe 3 people placed in the modeling category. So.
And how does the day work for this competition? So what do you do when you get there?
You get there, you have opening ceremonies, you kind of go through what the day is about, you do the DECA creed, then you kind of go and take your test, everyone files out. You get different times for your role play based on when you finish your test, and then in between you can kind of head over to the mall, grab some lunch, meet up with people. Then you have to get back in time for your role play, which is kind of, well, I'll get to that later. And then everyone has to be back for the modeling competition. Then you head on to dinner, closing ceremonies, and that's pretty much it. We're back by 6:30.
And you said your test, depending on when you finish, depends on like when your role play time is. How does that work? So.
Well, it's a pretty big line of people generally, so everyone's kind of like pushing to get ahead so they can get a better role play time. And so you finish your cluster exam, you head up, they cross off your name, and you hope you get a better time.
What's a better time? Like, what's the best?
You want an earlier time so you can head over to the mall and get some lunch.
And so when you're done your role play and your test, you get to go to the mall. What do you do? Like, do you have pretty much free time at the mall?
Yeah, they say to get a meal, which is generally a good idea because the dinner is pretty bad. You go introduce yourself to other DECA people. It's a lot of fun.
So it's like a little bit of like a meet and greet with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
What did you have for lunch?
I went to Rock Bottom. I went to a restaurant at the mall.
Did you go with a bunch of DECA people, or how did that? What
yeah, it's generally like you meet up with your school and you grab a table somewhere. It's a lot of fun.
And how was your role play?
My role play was actually very good for me this year, and I think that was for a lot of people too, because a lot of people weren't as stressed out about it this year. A lot of people were just like, I'm going to go in and do my best. I know especially for me, since I wasn't really competing, or I didn't think I was really competing, it was just very more natural this year. There were some hard role plays though. I know somebody, Crystal Ossenmacher, her role play was specifically about selling canned pumpkin. So there were some difficulties this year, but everyone did well overall.
And for outsiders looking in on DECA, some people don't really know what a role play is. What is a role play?
A role play is you'll be given a set of objectives and kind of a situation, and you go in and speak with a judge who will either be playing like your boss or your employee or a customer, and you kind of have to present something to them like a marketing strategy or a commercial idea or a product idea, something like that.
And you said you didn't really know if you were competing, or can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, I'm doing a states-only event, a manual, a written event, and so that doesn't compete at districts. So I just kind of went to help out the club, kind of direct people, answer some questions, and so I just competed for fun. So I placed pretty well.
Pretty well. How well did you do?
I took first place in my category and highest test score.
Wow, that's very impressive. And as a whole, how do you think Norristown did as far as like placing and going to states?
Definitely really well this year. I think we had 10 to 11 more people than last year. So it was really good. We had a lot more people come out, and we were on stage in almost all the categories we competed in. So that looks pretty good. I mean, it's hard to look good compared to like Haverford and the Hebrew Academy, but we did okay.
And you said we had 3 people make it from modeling, right? How does modeling work at DECA Districts?
It's pretty fun. It lasts about an hour. They kind of line up and they bring a few outfits each one. And Jerry, the head of Pennsylvania DECA, he will kind of read out cards that people say describing their outfit. And we have a catwalk set up and everyone just kind of walks out and there's a DJ and prances around and there's like a modeling judges panel from actual real modeling companies, and it's a lot of fun. And
so how well were our models if they placed pretty well, apparently? Did they do well?
Really well. They must be really attractive.
I guess that's what it takes. And I believe you guys did a little spot on the Eagle News on Monday talking about who won, right?
Yes, we did.
All right, so thanks for joining me. And now we're going to go check out that spot on the Eagle News to see who won at DECA Districts.
On Friday, 38 students from NAHS DECA competed at our District 8 competition and have the opportunity to compete at our state conference in Hershey in February. We had 21 students win trophies and medallions. Here are the following winners. Principles of Business Management and Administration, 3rd place Sterling Williams.
Principles of Finance, finalist Terrell Dale.
Principles of Hospitality, 5th place Carmelina Branca, 4th place Elizabeth Miller.
Business Services Marketing, finalist Alyssa Foley, 5th place Jay Kolb, 1st place and highest test score Morgan Purcell.
Food Marketing, finalist Andrew Tan, finalist and highest test score Alex Kermachi, 5th place Crystal Ossenmacher.
Hotel and Lodging Management, finalist Marianne Rose.
Quick Serve Restaurant Marketing, finalist Brandon Bonamico.
Restaurant and Food Service Management, finalist Alana Corley.
Sports and Entertainment Marketing, finalist Carrie Harner.
Financial Analysis Team, finalist Craig Madrak and Ben Nugent.
Travel and Tourism Team, 3rd place and high test Ben Cronister and Alec Machida.
Boys Modeling, finalist Efrain Guzman, 4th place Tasas Tavekis.
Girls Modeling, 4th place Alana Corley.
And now back to Eagle News.